All right, let's start it up. Week 4 is about to start tonight. And week 3, I don't think I did that well. I moved up to 27-21. So I'm doing all right win-loss wise, but in any case, 49ers did their thing against the Giants like I knew they would. The Lions did their things against the Falcons like I knew they would. But then it started going downhill because I thought, with my dumb ass, that the Jets would do something against the Patriots. But Zach Wilson is not the answer. That team's going to go to waste. The Browns did their thing against the Titans. And the Packers came back and beat the Saints. So those two picks are great. Dolphins blew out the Broncos, and oh my gosh, karma's gonna get them. I know they said they stopped scoring because they didn't want to get karma, but 10 touchdowns off offense, all on offense. Good luck, Broncos. The Vikings, I'm kind of upset how this ended because I think the Vikings would have won this game, but Kirk Cousins decides to waste too much clock. I mean, that game was theirs to win because the coach going for it on 4th down inside their own 20 when the Vikings have no timeouts, or around their own 20. It's a good thing they didn't need a field goal to win because that would have been that's a fireable offense if that happened. Chargers got away with one. Bills did their thing against Commanders. I didn't think it would be a blowout, but they did. The Jags, I don't know what's going on with them. The Texans did their thing. C.J. Stroud, man, he's improved. You love to see it. Everyone thought the Jags would be the ones to take the division, but the way that division's looking, it could come down to the Colts and the Texans. Ravens got robbed. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, they played bad offensively and everything, but towards the end of that game, the refs kept the flags in their pockets. Ravens got robbed. Missed a face mask, missed a pass interference. You got some Colts fans posting that little catch Pittman had when his helmet got taken off near the end of the game. And I'm like, that's the guy going up for the deflection. That's different than actually pulling someone's face mask, but whatever. We'll move on. The Seahawks did their thing against the Panthers, although I didn't think the Panthers would keep it that close. The Chiefs definitely did their thing against the Bears because the Bears are trash. And, Taylor Swift was there, although I doubt that would have changed anything. The Cowboys disappointed. All that defense and good offense just to get embarrassed. Good thing it wasn't in Dallas. The Raiders had this game, but the coach decides to go for a field goal down 8 points with around a little bit over 2 minutes left. That's just sad. The Eagles did their thing against the Buccaneers, and the Rams could have had it against the Bengals, but they decided they're going to abandon the run game in the red zone. And Stafford did exactly what I knew he would once they started keeping it too close and threw interceptions. The first one, throwing an interception on the run, I have no idea what he was thinking. The second one was just good defensive play, but the Rams gave that game away because the Bengals weren't doing anything offensively. The defense saved them again. That's just sad. All right, we'll move on to week 4. Tonight we got the Lions versus the Packers. Now, while the Packers did come back and get a good win against the Saints, the Lions seem to me at least to be the better team, even though they might be missing a few players compared to the Packers. But I'm still going to pick the Lions for tonight. Then this weekend in London, we got the Falcons and the Jags. And the way the Jags been playing, I got the Falcons. Although the Jags do play well in London, but Kyle Pitts scores better in London too. So we'll go with the Falcons. Dolphins and the Bills. This is a game that if they had to flex it, they would have flexed it this one. You got the team that scored 70 points versus the team that scored 37. On paper, it looks like the Dolphins are the better team, so I'll go with the Dolphins. And then we have a tank bowl in week 4. The Broncos should win this game. If they don't, I don't know what to do with them anymore. I honestly don't. The Bears, for the past 3 weeks, haven't really shown anything. I mean, the first game they did, but then that was the Packers, and they kind of fell apart after that. So this should go to the Broncos. Keyword should. I'm always going to pick the Ravens, no matter what. Let's just have that last game against the Colts be an anomaly. Players are coming back from to play. They're coming back to practice and all that. And while the Browns do have a better defense, the way Deshaun Watson was playing, I mean, yeah, he had some good plays, but I know he was trying to lateral it back, but the way he did it was, let's just face it, it was risky. But I'm always going to pick the Ravens no matter what. The Bengals are going to win this because the Titans, Tannehill's not getting it done. And if he's not getting it done, Derrick Henry won't get it done. So, yeah. I honestly don't know about this one. I don't know if Minshew is quarterback for the Colts or is Richardson coming back from his concussion. I honestly want to skip it. But I'll stick with the Rams again. Because the Colts weren't doing that well offensively. They had that one touchdown, but everything else was just straight field goals. Ravens imploded. They took advantage. But I got the Rams for this one. Even though Stafford did let me down against the Bengals, I got it for this one. Derek Carr is week to week with the Saints. And I didn't think the Buccaneers would do a good job against the Eagles anyway, but I got the Buccaneers. It's not late in the season yet, so the Eagles should have this one against the Commanders, especially after that beating they had against the Bills. So the Eagles got this one. The Vikings should get their first win against the Panthers this week. Again, keyword should. Although Bryce Young and that team have been playing well, the Vikings should get it. I'm going to go against the grain and pick the Texans on this one. Because even though the Steelers won their game against the Raiders, offensively, I think the Texans are better. Then we got the Raiders and the Chargers, and I'm picking the Chargers. Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he's hurt, concussion. Who knows who steps up after that? No, the Raiders, they're just a black hole, and not in a good sense. The Cowboys are looking to bounce back. And I think they will with this game. So we'll move on from that. And even though I want to pick the Cardinals, the 49ers should dominate this one. Josh Dobbs has been doing a good job, but I'm going to stick with the 49ers. Of course, the Chiefs, this was the primetime game that they lined up for Mahomes versus Rodgers. Again, this is why I think it should have been flexed, but it's too early to flex games. Because you know full well they would have flexed this to 1 o'clock and put the Dolphins and Bills in this primetime slot. Everyone knows the Chiefs are going to win this game. There's no way. Defense for the Jets is going to get burned out trying to get the ball back for their team. And Zach Wilson's going to probably just do nothing with it or just turn the ball over. And then Monday night, finally back to 1. We're going to go with the Seahawks over the Giants. So that's my picks. I'm locked in. Let's get it going tonight.